Joby breaking through the all-time high, almost 20% up as of this morning. Wow. Do you know why? Bear with me. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking eVTOLs. And as already mentioned, let's have a look at the chart. Joby has gone through the roof. Why is that? Almost 20% compared to Friday market close to this morning's market open. Why is that? Well, I'll give you another hint. Blade Air Mobility. Almost 30% upside. Yes, there have been some profit taking, there have been some slight retraction, but almost 30% up from Friday market close to today's market open. Why is that? Because we have had an acquisition. There were some hints coming out last week. I was going to focus on it this week, but I was beaten to it. However, I am here to bring you these news first. So we had an acquisition. Guess who acquired who? Obviously, Joby have acquired Blade Air Mobility. So what actually happened? What actually happened? We've got Joby Aviation. Well, let me explain what Joby Aviation is and what they do. If you are new to this sector, or it might be quite handy to reiterate. Joby Aviation is widely seen as the forerunner in the eVTOL market, with over 1,000 test flights, a 131 million US Air Force contract value, and manufacturing support from Toyota. Joby isn't just developing a vehicle, it's building a full-scale air taxi system. What are the key advantages? What you can see in here, this is the live presentation of the aircraft in Manhattan, in New York, happening last year. We are operating in the range of 150 miles. The aircraft is near silent operational. We also are very efficient. As you can see, literally on the screen next to me, we are reducing trips, car trips or taxi trips by multiples. So rather than being stuck in the traffic for like an hour and a half, you can take this trip three-dimensionally in mere 10-15 minutes. We have virtually zero emission because the aircraft is powered by battery and it's fully electric. We have a 5-seat configuration, one of which is pilot, so we have 4 passengers on board. Joby are targeting FAA certification as early as 2026. And we have exclusive Dubai launch planned for early 2026 as well. So Dubai and Mid East, namely Dubai, will be the first adapter of these air taxis. And you can fly one as early as probably first quarter of 2026. Quite interesting, isn't it? Joby is preparing not only to produce the aircraft, but also operate them. A vertically integrated model that makes this latest move even more impactful. Blade. Who are Blade Air Mobility? Blade, the infrastructure and customer plan. Blade Air Mobility has been operating real-world short-hop air services for nearly a decade. Think helicopter rides from Manhattan to JFK or luxury hops in southern France. But they didn't build their own aircraft. They built the infrastructure and the brand. Right, it starts clicking together now, doesn't it? Blade in numbers. 2024 to 2025. Over 50,000 passengers flown. 42% year-over-year passenger revenue growth as of first quarter 2025. More than 12 terminals, lounges in New York City, Los Angeles, Miami, and Europe. Focused on asset-light, premium urban travel. Previously partnered with Eve and Jaunt for eVTOL trials in India and France. So what deal? What was the deal? What's happening? Well, let's have a look into that right now. Joby is acquiring Blade's entire passenger business for up to 125 million in cash or stock, up to Joby's discretion. This includes all United States and European passenger routes, Blade's brand, lounges and heliport slots, entire customer and operational team, and the Blade CEO, Rob Wiesenthal, joining Joby to run the division. Important notice, Blade's organ transport business, there was a part of it was Medi Mobility, is not included and will spin out as Strata Critical Medical, but with a long-term partnership to use Joby aircraft for urgent medical deliveries once available. Again, Joby are just laying very good footing to build a massive building on the eVTOL and advanced air mobility market. Impact on US and global markets. Well, what's going on? We've got New York City, JFK to Manhattan, and Los Angeles are the first targets. We have immediate access to heliports and terminals already approved for operations. Massive advantage for Joby. FAA certification in 2026 will allow instant eVTOL deployment on Blade routes. So basically we are putting a new aircraft into the existing system, into the already established network. Vertiport ready lounges and customer base already in place. So it will just take, I'm not saying a little modification, but it will just take certain modifications to allow the existing network to accommodate our electric VTOL, our eVTOL. We have also international presence. Blade already operates in France, Monaco, Italy. Blade India plans an eVTOL launch by 2027. Already signed with Eve and Jaunt. Joby could enter Indian market via Blade India or form direct supply partnership. Got Blade's upside as well. No need to wait for the original equipment manufacturer. Blade don't have to wait for Eve, who won't be manufacturing their aircraft until 2028, and Jaunt Mobility, who God knows when they will deliver their first aircraft. They have Joby in there, ready on the marks for their certification. Once the certification is out of the way, they will start supplying aircraft directly for use and for operations. Customers will see smoother, quieter and greener flights. Strata will focus 100% on high margin, high value medical missions with new capital. Again, new channel of revenue for Joby. New supply line of their aircraft going right to Strata. It's not going to be the very S4 in the passenger version. It could be a modified version. It could be a hybrid version. It could be a hydrogen powered version. Joby have been working on all three variants as of pretty much now. So the sky is the limit in here on this market. Why is this huge for Joby? Joby doesn't just build the aircraft. It owns the infrastructure to operate them. Instant access to New York City's busiest routes. Inherits experienced operation team and data from 10 plus years of Blade flights. It eliminates the need to build terminals, hire staff or market from scratch. Lower operating costs with eVTOL compared to helicopters. Up to 35% savings. Actually, from what I've been hearing, maybe not Joby in particular, but eVTOLs should be up to 1/8 of the operational cost of an helicopter. If you consider all the maintenance, service, operational cost, pilot training, whatever, your eVTOL should be up to 1/8 of operational cost of a helicopter. And I would like somebody to challenge me on this and tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. I would like to have a discussion with you on this. Lockout move. It prevents, or it also prevents somebody else acquiring or jumping in to the Blades network. Now it will be purely Joby. By the way, what you can see here is a concept. It's not the very newsletter, but we have our very own newsletter. It comes out every morning, pre-market, about an hour before the pre-market show. You will get your market forecast for the day. You will get 5 things to focus on. You will get chart analysis. You will get certain topics. You will get deep dive analysis. I'm doing one for my Saturday live eVTOL show as well. Last Saturday, I had great audience. Thank you everyone for joining. It was a bit overtime, but I loved it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. The shows are getting more and more rammed with news, as well as the newsletter. So if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, there's a 7-day trial. You can try it for a week and see if it's worth it. But I'm telling you, it definitely is worth it. So I do one for Saturday. This is just a concept. Don't get confused. The colors are a bit off, are a bit different to those who you've seen it before. And I don't have any pictures here. It's just a quick concept. I'm not sending it to anyone. I'm not issuing this. I just needed I just needed a slide or a board where I could present my thoughts. So it is formatted to the smart ones and witty ones. It is formatted by AI, by ChatGPT, but the information comes from here. Yeah. I dare you use ChatGPT for all the information coming in my newsletter. It won't. Most of it is coming from here. So it's just because of spelling, because I suck at spelling. I've got fat fingers. I can't spell properly. Sometimes I do mistakes. It's easier and much more efficient for me to do it this way. But the information comes from here, right? I'm spending hours. Literally today, I left my work. I was rushing to home, and I spent 3 hours diving into this and doing thorough research. So this is here on the screen for you, so I could bring it to you as one of the first ones, as we do. So why is this huge for Joby? We already been through it. So Joby are preventing other competitors from using the Blades network. Closing thoughts. Well, is it a positive new move? Is it a negative move? How is this going to pan out? This is more than a partnership. It's a game-changing merger of infrastructure and innovation. Blade gets the aircraft it's waited for, and Joby will get the network and the routes already established. So this is basically the turnkey solution for both partners, for both ends of this partnership. So what we can look out for? We can look out for first commercial Joby flights in Dubai 2026, first passengers, certification by the General Civil Aviation Authority, which is the United Arab Emirates Aerospace Authority. We can then look out for the proof of concept, how this aircraft is efficient, how it's comfortable, how it's cost efficient to operate the aircraft, how it can face the challenging environment, the challenging climate of the Mid East. And then subsequently, we will have the first United States eVTOL services, likely in New York 2027. And there it is. They'll be plugged into the Blade network right there. And then we have global rollout potential in Europe, India, and US coast to coast, because we know Joby, as well as the other market leaders, are targeting both coasts. They are targeting the East Coast and the West Coast as well. So if they execute well, this could define the entire urban air mobility ecosystem. Flying taxis. That's not the right video. I've got some technical issues. Right, there we go. If they execute well, this could define the entire urban air mobility ecosystem. Flying taxis, zero emission travel, and seamless airport transfers could be as routine as Uber. But it's not guaranteed. Certification delays, integration hiccups, or weak uptake could stall the rollout. The potential is massive, but this is where the real test begins. Wednesday, after hours, Joby Aviation earnings call. Definitely we will see and hear and witness some update on this, how this will pan out. I'll be here for you with updates, whether live or not. I will be on my X account as well. The handle is at eVTOL eVTOL Hub, as you can see here. Remember, when something happens, I'm there, if not first, amongst the first ones. That's it for now. Here is a video related to this topic. Here is another video. Take care of yourselves and each other.